O- Okay, this is Miss Elfrida. I'm going to talk to Mr. Richardson about generational curses. That's been the ongoing theme here in the beef sector, and I'm going to get the opinion of Mr. Richardson. Mr. Richardson, what, in your opinion, what is generational curses? What is that?
The scripture teaches that the sins of the parents will be visited upon the children. Right? When the parents commit crimes against society, against other people, that injustice has to be remedied, lest God would not be just. So what that means to me, or as we are taught, that injustice has to be resolved, even if it's not resolved with the perpetrators, it's resolved with the beneficiaries of the perpetrators.
You mean as in slavery, sort of?
As in slavery. Black people were bought, and the greatest injustice ever created since 1555 was the enslavement of black people, the rape, the debauchery, the criminality, the false teachings, everything. That was the greatest crime ever committed. Now, white people currently can always claim that they never did that. And that's true, they didn't. But they are the recipients of that injustice. And there's a principle in the law called unjust enrichment, where a person who is the beneficiary of the law didn't commit the crime, but he's the beneficiary, of the crime. Therefore, that person is duty bound to give justice to the people or persons who were the victims of the crime.
Okay, so is that the curse?
Yes, the curse is you will reap what your foreparents should have reaped. You're the reaper because you're the beneficiary. You benefited from their injustice. They committed crimes. You are the beneficiary of it. You have a big house. You have loans. You have all these things, cars, SUVs, factories. All of it comes from the slavery. So since you have all of that, the recipients are the beneficiaries of right now in America, Wall Street. And now black people, Jews are still getting compensation for their Holocaust, even though many of the people just about all of them are dead. But they're still paying because it's generational. So what's the problem with black people demanding the same thing?
Okay, makes sense to me. We can all agree to disagree, but this has been a thing in the beef sector, and I knew if I spoke to you, Mr. Richardson, you could kind of sum it up in a nutshell, sort of. But, there's so many definitions and so many opinions, and I just wanted to speak to you about your opinion.
In closing, when Moses came, Moses had come after 400 years of bondage. So there was 400 years of injustice that had been visited upon the children of Israel that the current day, or in that day, present day Egyptians had to be compensated, or they were responsible for. So when Moses came, Moses didn't, they're due justice after 400 years. That's when it came. And that's what, Elijah Muhammad and others have taught. After the 400-year period, God has come to give justice to the slave or to the ex-slave.
Well, thank you, Mr. Richardson, as always. Have a blessed day. Assalamu alaikum.